about your performance tonight.
Yeah.
What you'll be.
Well, so we'll be doing storytelling, and since Donna Ray Norton and I are both storytellers, but also ballad singers, we'll be kind of mixing in story songs and also old kind of spooky stories. We're going to have Sheila K. Adams with us today, but unfortunately she's had some kind of serious health scares, so she's not going to be with us. But we're going to carry on, we'll celebrate her as best we can. But it's going to be fun. Really kind of a interesting, spooky, historic location, and a good time of year to be here. So we're pretty excited about it. We got more straw bales this year, and I'm excited about that.
How and where do you learn your stories?
So Donna and me both. We mostly learn most of our stories, if not all of them, and our songs from other storytellers, people that have passed them down in their family. Donna is an 8th generation ballad singer, and a lot of storytellers in her family over in Madison County. Sheila K. Adams is her cousin. And she's related to Bayard Ray and her as her grandfather, and just all those great ballad singers and storytellers in Madison County who kind of became world famous. So she learned from her family, and also from other people that learned from her family. And I learned from a couple of local folks here, and then also some others. And Bobby McMillan was kind of the main one lately that I learned ballads from, but there are a lot of other great mentors that I've had, most of whom have sadly passed, but I'm glad to share what I learned from them. We talk about in the tradition about learning from warm hands instead of cold hands. I guess cold hands implying a dead person, learning from maybe field recordings and stuff like that, which we learn from, but there's something special about having a relationship, a friendship with someone, and carrying on that tradition.
And the ballads that you sing and perform, are they recorded someplace, or?
Yeah. So Donna will have some of her albums here. I'll have mine. I think we're even going to have some of Sheila's, even though she can't be here. But we thought we might be able to sell a few for her. But we've recorded. In fact, my album's called Mentor, and it's all about the people that I've learned from. There's, of course, YouTube nowadays. There's certainly stuff out there that have been recorded of us performing. Yeah.
When you studied Appalachian Studies, what did you focus on?
What didn't I focus on? I have a little bit of ADD. One thing I focused a lot on was Appalachian humor, which really fits in with storytelling. Of course, music. I'm a fiddle player and play a bunch of different stringed things. I didn't as much focus on ballad singing when I was there, but seed saving, Appalachian seed saving, like this beautiful candy roaster right here, which is yeah, that's an incredible heirloom there that dates back to the Cherokee. So we got all this great legacy of culture, whether it's culture you eat or culture you sing. I think music and food are one of the best ways we can bring people together, which seems really important. It seems more and more important. But we're happy to be here. All right, so this is an example of a candy roaster. There's a lot of different kinds of candy roasters. They're an old type of heirloom. They're so old that often they come out in many different ways. You'll plant one that looks like this, and then the seeds will grow, and you'll get some that are green, and some that are pink, and some that are striped, and some that are rough like this, and some that are long, and some that are not. That just shows you how old it is. The botanist people talk about it as being a landrace, but these are a really important thing for the future because they've not been overbred. They're the real old-fashioned deal, and they are so sweet. This is what mountain people would have made their pies out of.
They made pies out of it.
Oh yeah, and everything else. You can dry them. They're really good that way. You can make souffle. You can make all kinds of stuff with a candy roaster. I make soup with them sometimes. Yeah, it's a beautiful house. She could tell you some things. I would just be wandering around like you, being like, well, this is neat. But there are some interesting little kind of relics of history. This was a post office. Might have been the first post office in the Spruce Pine area. I don't know, but I think, yeah, and I think this might have been from the post office. This might have been the mail slot.
Mail slot.
Yeah, but you know, using a post office is a very light term. But like I said, Brenda can tell you a little more. It's an amazing place.
We're here with Brenda Sparks, and we are very curious about when this beautiful log structure was built.
Well, the first part, which is this part right here, was built around 1765.
Oh my goodness.
And it was here when the Over Mountain men, just this part, came going to the Battle of Kings Mountain. I think that was 1780, but I'm not sure. And I think they stopped here and rested. It was a tavern. It was like just a resting spot. It wasn't this. Mm-hmm. And this all was built on in later years. But you can tell that this is the oldest part because this is saddle notch logs. Uh-huh. And the others are dovetail.
Did it become an inn or
It became an inn in the 1860s when Isaac English bought it. And he bought it toward the end of the Civil War. Uh-huh. And then he started building on and adding rooms for travelers. And this crossroads right up there between Burnsville and Newland, and then from Marion to Spruce Pine. Spruce Pine didn't exist then, but that was a crossroads, and that is what created the need for this inn for travelers to stay.
And where would the travelers be going?
Well, they'd be going either to Burnsville or Avery County, or from Marion, up McDowell County, up to the mountains here. And this was where they forded the river right down in Spruce Pine there.
What do you do with the house now?
Nothing right now except just special events.
Special events?
Yes, like this. But what I want to do is create a event center, like for small weddings and showers and family reunions and things like that. My family bought it about 15 or 16 years ago. And it was in the same family for a long time, the Deneen family.
Well, the farmer said, I've come undone. You come to get my only son, singing fi, fi, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle all day. Well, it ain't your son or your gal I crave, but your old scolding wife, and her I'll take a singing fi, fi, diddle-I, fi, diddle-I, diddle all day. For to get your soul to leave your body and leave it cold, to drop the flesh off of the frame the earth and worms both have claimed. Went to see my gal last night, the dress she wore was red, and every time I looked at her, I wish my wife was dead. Fly around my pretty little miss, fly around my daisy, fly around my pretty little miss, she almost drive me crazy. Oh, the higher up the cherry tree, the riper are the cherries, and the more you hug and kiss the boys,